is early morning here in Florida, and I am on my way to the nursery to look at some plants and flowers for my next blog post. So I'm working on my front porch plan for the summer, and I will be including some 4th of July elements. And so in the process of doing that, I thought, it would be really helpful, I think, to others if I wrote a post about the best plants for your front porch. And so I'm headed to the nursery to look at some plants and take some pictures for the blog post, and I'll video it while I'm there and share with you my top picks for front porch flowers. And we will talk about low maintenance flowers, top pick low maintenance flowers, and seasonal. So let's head to Tallahassee Nurseries. Okay, so these are begonias, which is what I have on my front porch. This is salvia. This is another good plant for your front porch. These are petunias. These are impatiens. These are lantana, and they're easy to maintain, and I like to use them on the front porch too. And you have a variety of colors. You can get bigger pots like this and just sit it in a pretty pot without even planting it. And then, if you get tired of it on your porch, you can plant it in your yard. I didn't see a lot of people mention zinnias, but I think they would be easy to keep on a front porch too. And then you can transplant them into your yard if you get tired of them. Here's another variety of zinnias. Look at this one. How beautiful. Vincas would hold up good too. They didn't show up a lot in my search. Maybe it's more of a local thing, but I think they hold up good. Here's another variety of vincas. Probably one of the easiest ways to add flowers to your front porch is buying a hanging pot like this and hang it somewhere on your front porch. Or you can just take the wire hanger off and sit it on your front porch. Sweet Asilum and the Snow Princess, and this one here, which is called Diamond Snow. Those are good lower growing plants. There's a lantana in a pot that you can hang. They have the most beautiful flowers. And they're so easy. I'm not a green thumb person, and I can keep lantana alive easily. Okay, so let's talk about some containers. And they have some great ideas for container gardening here. Here's a good example of one of their containers. They have a lower frosty greenery here. And then I'm not sure, I think these are a begonia. And then they have these little white trailing flowers here. They trail down the side. Here's some marigolds. Marigolds are easy to take care of too. Another fun idea that's also very practical and useful is to have an herb garden on your front porch. So here are a lot of herb garden varieties that can handle some sun. So your parsley is a good one. Oregano does really good. Basil does good. Mint does good. Mint has a tendency to spread, so if you plant it in your yard, put it in a pot. I'll show you what I mean. I have it in my herb garden outside. I'm not 100% sure about thyme. I have some growing right now, so it's a new plant for me to put out in my herb garden, and so far it's not really grown very fast, but it could be just having trouble getting established. Rosemary does good. Sage does well too. I have some better looking sage to show you in my garden. You can also have a vegetable garden on your front porch. I have never grown a vegetable garden, but my friend Mel could tell us a lot about that, so we'll reach out to her and see what she can tell us about vegetables that like to live in containers and like the sun if you have a lot of sun.
Some of the vegetables that we have grown in containers and that do well in containers are peppers and tomatoes. They do very well. Summer squash would do well in a container. In Arkansas, I would grow tomatoes, especially the cherry tomatoes. Even the bigger tomatoes, you can grow them pretty well in a pot on a patio, or even in a box on a deck. You could grow some lettuce and some greens. My mom actually grows strawberries in containers, and she also has rhubarb in a small, well, it's kind of a big tub, like a feeder tub for cattle, but it's round, and it works pretty well with her rhubarb. Some other vegetables, I think I mentioned summer squash. Let's see, peppers, tomatoes, strawberries, lettuce, and greens. Of course, flowers. Flowers always do well in containers. And those are a few of the things that you could easily grow if you have a small space and can't have a garden in the ground and you need to grow in pots or boxes or deck containers. This is summer squash. I mentioned peppers. Tomatoes also do well. Flowers.
Here's some strawberries, and strawberries look so pretty in container gardens. Another idea for container gardening are succulents. Here's a beautiful succulent container garden idea. Dianthus is a good porch flower. Here's another pretty container garden. I always plant things that are going to be higher in the middle, and then things that trail around this edge. Very pretty. Here's a good example of using something taller in the middle and then something that trails around the sides. And here's another one. They actually used a plant. Like we have this bush in our yard. They used a bush in the middle and then put some lantana around the edge. And here is a herb garden container. It's got parsley in it. Not sure what's in the middle. Looks like rosemary. See the rosemary down here? Basil right here. Beautiful. Great example of an herb garden. Here's an example of a vegetable and herb garden. Heirloom tomatoes. And then we've got down here, I think that's thyme. I think that's mint. A beautiful container garden idea. Something tall in the middle and something that trails and hangs down the sides. Nice in proportion. And then they have lots of hanging pots that you can hang on your porch or use in a pot. Here's one that they just literally sat it in a planter. This is what I was talking about. Okay, so daylilies actually like a lot of sun. They're perennials, and you can use daylilies on your front porch. Here's some daylilies that are blooming. We have many of these actually in our yard. Very pretty flower. You might like to see their koi pond. It's really pretty. Well, it's pretty humid outside and my hair is showing that. It's a little crazy after that walking around and all the humidity. But anyways, it was so pleasant and so peaceful out here, and I just really enjoyed that time of tranquility walking around and showing you guys the flowers. And I hope you found a few that is going to help you create a container garden or just adding some flowers to your front porch.